Alright fellas, what is up? Welcome back, and I'm back with a pretty interesting Halo 6 news update. So 343 has officially acknowledged the storytelling mistakes with Halo 5 and will double down on a Master Chief's focus. Now of course I will leave the link to this article in the description down below, but let's get straight into it. So 343 Industries is coming up on its 10th anniversary since the foundation in 2007. To celebrate that, studio head Kiki Wolfkill and franchise director Frank O'Connor were featured in a lengthy interview on the latest Games TM magazine issue 186. Now of course, as I mentioned before, the link to this article in the description down below. So while 343 Industries helped Creative Assembly with Halo Wars 2, their latest big game was Halo 5 Guardians. The reception was positive overall, with an 84 average score on Metacritic, but several fans complained that the game's campaign didn't focus enough on the usual main character, Master Chief. O'Connor acknowledged that mistake and promised to double down on him in future installments. Now this is a direct quote from Frank O'Connor at 343. "We took some digs for the storytelling in Halo 5, but they were absolutely merited. We very much realized that people want more Master Chief story in Halo 5. We definitely marketed it in a way, or marketed it in a way that we hope was going to bring surprise. But for some fans, and certainly fans of Master Chief, it was a huge disappointment because they wanted more Chief. They loved Blue Team, they liked Osiris, but they wanted Chief, and that has been a big learning for us as a team. Chief we tend to think of as kind of a vessel for your adventure, rather than necessarily this major character in the universe. He's really just there so you enjoy the story. But people have become attached to him over the last 15 years, which is obviously understandable, and they've started to sort of fill the gaps that the character deliberately has for gameplay reasons with a genuine emotional attachment. We certainly underestimated that with Halo 5. So that is obviously directly referring to the campaign in Halo 5, how you play as Locke more than Chief. The effect that this character has on the surroundings and the fate of the galaxy has had a resonant effect on fans over the years. It was a huge and surprising to me, but the volume of "give us more Chief" at the end of Halo 5 was extremely significant, and so I think if anything, he's slightly more important now than he has ever been, certainly to our franchise. Instead of focusing on bringing new characters into the world and expanding the playable characters, we've sort of shifted the focus to a little bit of making the world a bit more realistic and compelling, and I would say more fun for the players who get to inhabit the Chief in the future, pretty much as they demanded. There's always a call and response element of shipping a game. You have to ship improvements, you have to ship tweaks, and you have to ship changes, and sometimes you have to walk some of those back. Doubling down on Master Chief's story and the amount of focus on him was probably the easiest learning from Halo 5, and that was a really simple thing to absorb and embrace. Now that is the quote from Frank O'Connor at 343, so that is extremely interesting. And the article ends off, E3 2017 is a month and a half away, which actually isn't that long, but it's unlikely that we'll see anything more than a teaser for the next mainline Halo game. Now I don't agree with that. I do think we are going to get a beta this year with Scorpio for Halo 6. So that is pretty much the article, fellas. Now that is a lot to take in, but the main points that we can take from this article for Halo 6 is that they are going to focus more on Chief, which is what fans want, and 343 have listened from the mistakes of Halo 5, and they will focus on Chief in future installments of the Halo series, of course. And obviously the spin-offs, they might have other characters in those, but the mainstream Halos, they definitely know now that Chief is where it has to be. So fellas, that is a pretty interesting Halo 6 news update. That pretty much confirms what we've all been talking about, that Chief is going to be the main focus of the next installment in the mainstream Halo series. So be sure to comment down below, and if you guys are excited, which I doubt you're not, everyone should be excited about this because this is amazing news. Be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and of course the article, the link to my Twitter, the link to my Facebook, of course, in the description down below, and my Beam as well. Be sure to follow me there. stay safe, stay tuned, have a great day, and have a great week. And I will see you fellas on the next one. Yeah. Woo! Yeah.